One of the concerns that us guys have is that our wives, our girlfriends, our partners, our coworkers, our family, sisters, mothers, daughters have emotions we don't enjoy seeing them have. Sadness, grief, pain, anger, hurt. We don't enjoy seeing them have those emotions. So we want to do something about that. And it's honorable and good to want to help them feel better. So you want to make her happy, you want to make her smile. Maybe you want to help her to understand or have her listen to your story, your side, your point of view on things. Or rather, maybe you want to help her get past whatever she's going through, or improve her mood, or feel better, or whatever the feeling is that she's having, you'd like to help her have a better feeling. Or maybe you've just met her and you'd like to give her a good time. Or maybe you've been married for a while and you'd also like to give her a good time. There's a fundamental shift here that some guys get and some guys don't. In fact, most guys don't. I didn't either for most of my adult life, including the entire time I was married. One of the problems, one of the issues, one of the concerns that us guys have is that our wives, our girlfriends, our partners, our coworkers, our family, sisters, mothers, daughters have emotions we don't enjoy seeing them have. Sadness, grief, pain, anger, hurt. We don't enjoy seeing them have those emotions. So we want to do something about that. And it's honorable and good to want to help them feel better. What can be the problem, though, is short circuiting their own emotions, denying them the opportunity to feel their own emotions, to process their own emotions. In fact, oftentimes us guys take it upon ourselves to give them an emotional experience they're not looking to have. First time I ran across this was talking to somebody I know about making a girl smile on the dance floor. And he wasn't satisfied with the dance unless he had made the girl smile. And that sounds honorable and great and wonderful and all that, except what happens if the girl approached the dance with him from the perspective of wanting to learn something, therefore she was concentrating rather than having fun? Or what happens if there was something a little off about the connection between the two of them? Maybe it wasn't exactly hurtful or harmful, but they just weren't synchronizing on that particular dance as well as she might want. Or what happens if she tripped on something, or or he tripped on something? Or what happens if one of them made a mistake? One or the other made a mistake. She's not always going to come from her dances the smile on her face. We can't always have a perfect dance. And even if we do, that doesn't mean she's going to enjoy it. And making her want to smile removes her agency, her choice, the options that she has to feel whatever she feels is appropriate in that moment. It's great and honorable and good to give her an opportunity to have an enjoyable dance. I mean, that is the point of dancing. We want to dance and have fun and enjoy it. That's awesome. But to make her, to force her, to make it our life's goal or our dancing goal to make every woman smile. That can be a problem because maybe she doesn't feel like it. Maybe she's not actually enjoying it. When we want to make our partner, our coworker, our friend happy, do they have a choice? One of the things that I used to do in my marriage is whenever I found my wife upset about something, I would try and solve the problem. Now, this is something us guys are well known for, solving the problem. And it has been identified many, many times as we are solution oriented and logical, and women are emotional and and feeling oriented. And there's some truth to that. But I think in modern couples, modern relationships, not just romantic ones, but friendships and the family relationships as well, coworker ones also. I think in modern relationships, women have learned to touch those emotions, to process those emotions, to live through those emotions, to deal with those emotions, and therefore get past them. Not all women do this, and quite honestly, many of them are still not very good at it, but they desire to, they want to, they've been trying to. It is part of their existence, it's what they want. And when we come along and try and solve the problem, what we're actually doing is asking them, please don't process your emotions. Please don't feel your way through those emotions. Please just change them. Flip the switch and feel something else. And that is specifically asking her to do something different than what she's at the moment trying to do. And you might have all the greatest intentions. But what we often don't do is include what they're trying to do. A lot of us guys assume that when they bring us a problem, they want to solve it. And while that assumption is partially correct, of course they want to solve it. Solving the problem doesn't always mean logically looking at the problem. Sometimes it means processing the emotions that came with it first. And oftentimes, myself included, it's difficult for me to solve a problem until I've finished feeling about it. There's a popular video on YouTube called It's Not About the Nail. It's quite a short video about a man and a woman, and she's got a nail in her forehead, and she's complaining about it. And he's like, if you just took the nail out of your forehead, all your problems would be solved. And she wants him just to shut up and listen to the problem, listen to her feel about it. This is a great example of what we're talking about. And although it's comedy, it's made in a comedic kind of a way. It's very funny. It exactly exemplifies this point. We as men are not trying to help them feel, but we could be. And when we try and make her feel something, oftentimes we're trying to short circuit, actively stop the feelings that she's having. Do we give her a choice? Do you give the women in your life a choice? Even the men in your life, do you give them a choice? I've been told recently that I shouldn't feel, that I should ignore my feelings, that I should just keep going. And while that is useful in certain times, at certain moments when things need to get done, in emergencies and when we're getting our work done, that's appropriate. But sometimes we also need to feel those feelings. And if we always just push them down, brush them off, hide them away, lock them up, and get things done and push through, they will come back to bite us. We have to do something to feel them. And when we try and make someone feel something, we're often dismissing their experience of the problem, what they feel is the problem, what they believe is the problem. So the solution to this is when you want to make somebody feel better, feel happy, smile, make her smile, make her understand, even make her listen to your side of the story or to your perspective or to your opinion or advice. First, listen to her, hear her, help her feel heard. It's not enough that you know the details of what happened. It's not enough that you know about how she feels. It's not enough until she feels heard, until she feels she has expressed enough to get her point across to you, that she feels heard. Once she feels heard, in my experience, almost always, she's willing to sit down and solve the problem. She's willing to approach your side of the problem or your side of the story or listen to your perspective or understand where you're coming from. But first, she has to feel heard and seen and understood. She won't be able to until she is. Her genetics won't let her. Her psychology won't let her. The way her brain and body work, she can't hear you until you've heard her, until you've stopped trying to solve the problem. Stop trying to make her feel something. Until you stop trying to control her experience of whatever's happening. Let her experience it in her way. In fact, there's a new kind of man emerging in our society, in North American society, Western culture. There's a new kind of man evolving who is great at helping her understand her experience and helping her through it rather than trying to get her out of it, save her from it. And that's what she wants, to understand her experience and to get through it. And through it means feeling. This is how we can help those women in our lives to feel more connected to us. We cannot always solve their problem. And even those times when we can, they don't always want us to. Find out what she wants. Find out what her perspective is. Sometimes, oftentimes, they don't even know what they want, but they know what they feel. So find out that. Figure out what it is they're going through. And quite honestly, most women have not been allowed to feel those feelings. So it might take you some effort to get to help her get in touch with that. Be patient, be loving, be kind, be strong, be resilient, and don't let what she says hurt you. It's not about you. It's about her experiences. Even when she's blaming you, even when she's mad at you, it's about her experiences. Let her express that. I hope this helps. I'll talk to you again next time.